I don't feel anything anymore.
If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Meets At, the podcast. You watch the worst movies from trailer to end credits, scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
There is nothing left to feel.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing left.
What are feelings?
What are feelings, anyways?
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean to feel? Okay. All right. So we're back with a new movie.
That's right.
New movie, new teardown, new trailer trash time. So I don't know. So what are we getting into? Let's just get right to it.
Yeah.
Let's have some feelings here.
I like this efficiency.
Yes.
We are watching the trailer for Last Seen Alive.
Ooh.
Brand new friend of the pod, Gerry Butts.
There he is. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So the premise here, Will's soon-to-be ex-wife mysteriously vanishes at a gas station. He delves into the town's criminal underbelly while running from the authorities in a race against time to find her. What? I'm laughing because I did, again, as always, I didn't read the logline before I watched the trailer. And so now after seeing, I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, they just, interesting. Making some assumptions. Are we logline?
Yeah. I mean, and that is the trailer. They kind of described the trailer actually for us, right?
Yeah. The whole thing. That's
the whole trailer. So
pack it up.
We're done here. Don't have any feelings for us.
Yeah. Sorry, listeners. We, well, actually, you're welcome, listeners. This is a 2-minute episode of This Meets That. Never thought it'd happen.
Cue the music. Just kidding. Okay. So that's fun. Excited to talk with G Butts here.
Yep.
So before we get into the trailer, I'm moving kind of quickly here. I don't know. Is there anything else we do here? Is there something I'm missing? I feel like I'm missing something. I
don't think so. Okay. No, this is huge.
Okay. All right.
We spend most of our time on prognostications. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think I'm just excited to get to there. So I kind of want to get through everything else because that's become my most loved segment.
Yeah, it's a hot cider hustle, baby. It's November. You know, I like to date the pod.
Date it. So fan service?
Nope.
Okay.
So send us an email, listeners. You know the drill. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. We'll be disappointed until you do.
That segment is, I don't know, it's running out of time, I think.
Languishing.
Like G Butts, it's mysteriously gone. It's mysteriously vanished at a gas station.
Oh no.
Oh, and he's trying to find it.
Oh honey, no. Where's my mom?
Boy. Okay. Trailer. Let's get into it, right? Let's just dive right into this thing.
Pipe it up.
Good start. Piano note. Hot start.
Yep. I like it because it was like very much actually before we move any further.
Yeah.
I said pipe it up. Huge loss in current events world this week. Takeoff of Migos.
What?
Pipe it up in his honor.
I don't know what you even said. Oh, I don't know who that is.
Oh, he's a guy. He died, a young man before his time this week. Rapper. Part of Migos is a three-way of rappers.
I wasn't sure what you were. I wasn't sure you were saying.
Migos, you ghosts, we all ghosts.
We're all amigos.
That's right. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know.
I mean, okay. Well, hey, sorry to hear that.
Big loss for the Atlanta rap scene, for the United States in general. Listeners, let us know. Send us an email about Takeoff.
These are all words I don't understand. Mm-hmm. So, okay.
Russ is out of the rap scene, but I'm keyed in. Don't worry.
Hey, you keep having a direct conversation with the kids, and I'll sit here.
That's right.
Looking awkward.
I'm here for you, the youth. I pointed at you. You can't see it.
Fingers have been pointed in like a way that means I'm here for you, not like accusatory.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, had to just, I can't say pipe it up anymore without acknowledging that. So
okay. All right. That's out. That's out. We're good there.
That's out. Yeah, we can go back to the movie.
All right.
Get back to the trailer.
I wasn't sure there's more words you had to say that I wouldn't understand.
We went through the intro so quickly, I was trying to derail us.
See, what I was doing was moving along so you couldn't derail us. That's called the old reverso. All right, so here we are. We're at a toasted house or building. It looks like, right? And we get the cops there. The fire guys doing their thing, dying things out. We got a cop who opens his door. He's kind of surveying the scene
what
here.
The hell went on here? I'm assuming he's saying.
Yeah, probably. And then we got G Butts sitting there rattled. He's kind of leaning up against a cop car or some car, right? He looks a little.
Looks like he's covered in ash, like he's not doing so good. He looks very confused.
Yes, yeah, he's covered in confusion. Mm-hmm. And we get a voiceover, right? He's like, I gotta ask, how's your marriage?
Mm-hmm. Which signs point to bad.
Yikes. So
yeah, I think at this point we're also in some kind of like interrogation room. It's one of the 3 scenes they cut between in the movie and the trailer here.
Yeah, so they cut to a close-up of, we got a little aged G Butts. He's looking a little
haggard in this movie.
Haggard, but maybe he's supposed to,
Well, and even like there's very much like casual G Butts outfits. I feel like he's not doing himself any favors.
No.
And like, I don't know, maybe that's the style where he's from, or I don't know. He's men of a certain age, who knows? But like, when he's like, I've seen G Butts roll up in a suit, and he looks nice.
I mean, come on,
casual G Butts though. A lot of baggy shirts, a lot of
You know what it is? I think maybe for the movie they're trying to make him look as simple as possible because that comes back later.
Oh, right? Maybe. It ages him.
It definitely does. But he also looks like he doesn't want this question asked, the clothing one, and or,
of course,
about, how's your marriage going? So
does anyone?
Hey, it's a good.
Am I right? All you married listeners out there?
How's your marriage going? And then we get some production and distributor logos. Mm-hmm. We have Vertical Entertainment and Voltage Pictures, who
never heard of them.
I think maybe friend of pod. I don't know. Maybe we'll do.
We won't do anything.
I know I was going to say, but okay, forget it.
You're overcommitting.
Don't make promises you can't cash with your ass or something. Whatever it is, check promises. Okay, so
ass promises. That's right.
Yeah, don't make ass promises. So then they cut over to like a shot of a highway and cars. A lot of overhead shots of cars driving on highways.
Is that Vancouver? It looks like Vancouver, don't you think?
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been to Vancouver. I was trying to place it. But it's a highway. It's like one of those long highways that goes over water,
That's exactly. We're both doing the same hand motion. Listeners, you can't bridge over troubled waters.
Yeah, you know it. Listener, you can do it. Just do it. Just do the bridge over waters.
Vancouver style.
But there's so many waters and there's so many highways, so it could be really anywhere.
Fair enough.
No one knows. Oh, we should have seen what the gas station was. We could have looked up the gas station.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Damn.
And we get a voiceover from the wife being like, she's saying like, I think we need to take a break.
Yeah, which G Butts responding with, what's the matter? Like, not a good look. Not a good look.
Yeah, I think there might be a problem if that's your. So then it does this like weird kind of like cuts between the two of them and like, it looks like a flashback.
Yeah, it's a house and a car. It's a house and a car.
Yeah, they're out by a boat or like water or something, but it's like cutting back and forth, but it's like, it definitely is like a flashback moment. Mm-hmm. And then it cuts back to them back in the car and he's just like going to have to pull over almost on empty. And a nice little Cadillac ad, which I think most of this movie is going to be a Cadillac ad.
I hope so.
Like more, then it's like, music's kind of picking up slowly, but then it's like cutting back and forth again between the gas station, them doing the mundane thing. He's filling up, gas. She's going into the station there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the convenience store. But it's then cutting back to like the flashback moment where they get into a big argument, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, is it the work? Unfulfilled? What's wrong? Blah, blah, blah.
What's going on? Like he's like getting really angry. And I was like, this seems like it's the problem right here.
Yeah. Just listen.
Gerry.
Gerry, if we may. Just listen. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. And he's like, well, we all know what happens when you're feeling unfulfilled. Am I right? I'm like,
oh boy.
Interesting. There was an affair here. Clearly.
Mm-hmm. I will say I'm actually happy we're getting some authentic G Butts, right? Accent. His actual voice, right?
How many G Butts movies have we done? 2 or 3, right?
Oh man, I thought only 1.
Oh no, I mean this is gonna be our second. Sorry, that's what I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so he was doing that in the last one, wasn't he?
The rom-com one.
Yeah.
Kind of, but it was like more like
World's Greatest Dad there.
The soccer one, right, with the soccer kid.
Yeah. He had his accent then.
Did he? I thought it was more like he did, but it was like kind of like he had marbles in his mouth though, and he was trying to do an American accent. But I think the same problem is happening in this movie where he starts with it and then it disappears halfway through the trailer and then it comes back. So
yeah,
I don't know. Now I don't know if he's actually doing an accent of his own accent, and maybe he's just confused who he is anymore. I don't know. Acting does that to people. Maybe he goes method.
Yeah, he's the regular Jared Leto.
He's just gone so method he has no idea how to get back to just being G Butts. But I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I'm happy to hear he's got some form of accent.
Yeah, and this is when the wife drops that bomb here. I don't feel anything anymore, right?
No, you know what? You are right. He did kind of have his accent in that other movie, the last soccer kid movie, or
the last soccer kid. That's right.
Right, the last soccer kid.
Oh, I would watch that.
It's like the last Airbender, but the last.
I would totally watch
the
that.
last soccer kid.
Yeah.
No, you're right because he was a soccer player who played over in one of those countries that like soccer a lot.
Oh my god.
Which is every country but it pretty much. So. Narrow it down.
Yeah, playing for keeps is what we're looking for.
That's it. Playing for keeps. So yeah, anyways, we're happy about the accent. Keep it up.
Sorry. Just to close the loop on that. In Playing for Keeps, explicitly he is playing a Scottish soccer player.
I'm not sure if I buy that.
According to Wikipedia,
no.
he's playing a Scottish soccer player.
I mean, it's on the internet. It doesn't necessarily mean it's right, but
you're right. Somebody probably was like, "What a bad accent." He's playing a Scottish soccer player. Must be, because how else would he get away with this?
Right. So then we get. I think you already said it, right? We get the voiceover from the wife, who's played by Jaimie Alexander. She's like, "I don't feel anything."
Famously from Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yes, and one of those CSI things, I think, right?
Okay, I don't know. I've never seen her before.
I've seen her, but I don't know what she's in. We'll do all that on episode 1. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, so then there's shots of her, like close up of her face. She's in her room, and then there's like, and then back to like the flashback again, right? And the music is starting to pick up. This piano's picking up, right? And we're getting a little more going on. Like cuts of faces, whatever. And we get back to the gas station, and like G Butts is filling up the tank, and he's like, "Oh man, let me go in and tell her I want some Slim Jims or cupcakes or something." And he's like,
I think he's kind of just like, I wonder why she's not back yet.
Taking an awful long time. Like, I've already filled up this tank. I've already spent $75 because the price of gas is so.
Oh my god! Don't even.
Not in this economy. You can't fill up that.
Oh my god! This is coming out on voting day.
Not in this economy. What?
Everyone vote for Democrats, please. Wherever you live, especially you in Idaho. Yeah.
you one listener.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is gonna be a nightmare. Anyway, gas is expensive.
So he's like, "God damn it, I'm gonna go see if I can negotiate." So he goes into the gas station, right, and he's looking around. He's like, he doesn't see her. He's like, nothing else, right? He's like, "I'm looking for my wife. Have you seen my wife? Ever seen my wife?" And he's like getting worried, right? And the piano's starting to pick up, getting more, picking up. It's getting really stressful. It's getting tense, right? And then he's in this gas station parking lot, and it's kind of doing like these quick jump cuts of him like looking around and yelling her name. He's like, "Lisa, Lisa, Lisa." That's how he sounds. Yeah, Lisa. And then boom, music is ramped up.
More overhead driving shots on the bridge.
More overhead driving shots.
There's only one bridge. That's what I'm thinking. Vancouver, right? It's like one bridge in and off, on and off the island here.
Yeah, maybe. And then we get G Butts showing up at some friend's house. I recognize the guy actor. It's this couple. I recognize the guy.
He looked familiar. Yeah,
I'm blanking on what he was in, but whatever.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
I'll figure it out later. And he's like, "Hey, is she here?" And he's all frantic, and he's like,
and I'm assuming this is the parents.
Oh, interesting.
I think this is her parents. I think it's like I know.
I thought it was friends. I thought they were friends because they're
like 1,000 years old. What are you talking about?
1,000? I mean, you can't have friends.
They're like
older.
70. No,
I don't know.
No, you can't.
That's how. It's just not how it works.
Impossible.
So those are the parents, and you think they're on a road trip because they're having trouble, and he's going to go drop her off at the parents' house.
That's right. I think he's dropping her off at her parents' house to be like, All
Let's
right.
take a break.
Let's
This is why
take
we're
a
taking a break. Okay. I buy that. I buy all that. Okay.
Yeah. And mostly because they get to that later where they're, in a second where they're like, well, you having a fight, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're very intimately aware of all of this shenanigans. And they, like, to be fair, who I presume is the mom looks much younger than who I presume is the dad.
Right? And when the dad showed, I was like, wait.
Yeah, right. That's what I was like, that's got to be the dad.
Okay. I buy that. All right.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm prognosticating too much.
No. I think you're just using logic there. So no, it makes sense. I buy that. Parents, right?
Thanks, buddy.
So they're like, yeah, no, she's not here. We're just like, we thought she was with you. Did you have another argument? It's like, all right, easy, Dad. Back off there.
And he's just, Gerry Butts is like, I don't know. 1 minute she was here and the next minute she's gone. That's how it works.
Yep.
When somebody disappears, like, really helpful.
Yeah. And it's usually your fault. Not your fault specifically, but, you're the first suspect.
Right. And then we get to 911, right?
Yeah. It's amping up now. And we got him calling the police, right? And then we get the cop from the opening shot, right? He shows up, and then we get the two of them going in and talking to the gas station attendant, right? Like the cameras, whatever. And the guy's like, cameras have been busted for weeks. Classic, right?
Yeah. They have, film him sitting out in his car pensively. Like, there's so many car shots, like so many this trailer is not very long. I think this is one of the shorter trailers we've done in a while.
It's very short. Yeah.
But also at the same time, 30% of it is unnecessary scenes.
It's most of it is a Cadillac SUV commercial.
Yeah, basically. So like he's just sitting in his car thinking, and then he goes back in and it's like, you said the camera wasn't working. The camera's working. Look, it's got a little red light.
Master Detective G Butts here, right?
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
So he goes after the gas station attendant in the back, and he's like, basically, where is she? Fine. He's like, guy's like, fine, take it, whatever. So the camera was working.
Yeah. So then Gerry just steals the camera.
Yeah, steals the footage. Yeah. And then we get our first title card. How far would you go, Jared?
With notably no question mark.
Nope. Well, because we're not finished with the question, right?
Notably, there is no question mark then either, and I called it out then also.
You are correct. There is.
It's very frustrating for me. Maybe only.
Yeah, I guess there are no rules with title cards, right? You don't. There's no.
How far would you go?
To like that's it.
Yep.
There's a cliff at the end of those words. Okay, so we get another highway driving shot, right? And then the music is like fully ramped, right? And we got G Butts and the cop. They're watching the footage from the gas station, right? Yeah, and then the cop's like, oh man. And then we see the wife, and she's chatting friendly with some dude who's got a truck, and she's like, oh, I like trucks. And then a big 18-wheeler drives by, and guess what? They're gone.
And the cop's like, who's that guy? And Gerry Butts is like, I don't know.
You ever have an affair? He's like, no. He's like, your wife, though. Yikes.
A telling silence.
Yikes. Title card for the truth.
Which was the end of the question, but not phrased that way.
How far would you go for the truth?
Dumb.
And then we're in the forest. We're in the woods, right? And we got G Butts. He's in the woods with like a crowbar or a tire iron, it looks like.
Yeah. I was like, what's the plan here?
He could go kick some ass, anyone. And then he's just in some dude's place, and he's like asking him where she is, and then they fight.
The guy looks so startled.
Yeah, he's like, what are you doing in my house, man?
Yeah,
like,
hey, what's happening right now? Where is she?
He just goes after him. He's like, all right, relax. Cut to more driving, and we're driving, and we're driving.
Look at that interior, though.
Yeah, you know what? You do this too much driving, what ends up happening? You get pulled over. So G Butts gets pulled over.
Well, not when you're driving a there to keep you safe in any situation, even from the police.
God damn it. So he gets pulled over in one of the most tense moments, pullovers. And we get a quick cut of the guy inside the trunk, the guy who we just fought, I guess, tied up.
The trunk of the
Yeah, God damn it. And he's all zipped up, tied up, and then the cop is kind of like, he's looking at this damn it. He's looking at this SUV, and he's like, looks like it needs a cleaning.
Mind popping the trunk, bud?
Do you mind? Do you mind? G Butts' face is like, ew, no.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. What hijinks are we going to get into now?
Oh, giddy up. And then we get the title card. Gerard Butler. He's back. And then we get a close-up of his face, right? And we get a close-up of someone else's face. And then we get him walking around with like a gun through like
where did he get a gun?
We're working on it. It's just a trailer. Just giving you all the highlights, right? So he's walking around with a gun through a drug factory. That's right? It's a meth, right?
TBD.
Okay. I'll prognosticate. But I mean, it seemed like it was pretty clear, like at a meth house or something, right?
What if it's a science house? Who's to say?
I mean, a drug factory technically is a science house. So
tomato.
God damn you.
But also, like, this is what I'm saying. Why does he have a gun? Because he's like, I'm a simple guy, no special skills. Like, wait,
is that like a total dig on Taken there on Liam Neeson?
I don't know.
Like now, like viewers, like regular like guy viewers who dress like slobs, can be like, he's just like me.
I've got special skills, but none of them.
but none of them.
Got it.
And then there's some gunshots, and then we get next title card. We get Jaimie Alexander, and then we get shots of her face close up, and then we get her face with G Butts' face, and then
a little dancing.
And he's still doing his voiceover. He's like, "No Secret Service, no Special Forces," like really
laying it on thick.
He's got it. He's a normal guy, but if someone harms my wife, and then shot at him kicking down a trailer door.
You're right. He is kind of doing an American accent here.
Right? Like this part, he kicks out, but then he comes back like 2 minutes later.
If somebody harms my wife.
If someone harms my wife. And then, shot at him, kick up a trailer park door, which I think it's the guy who he put in his trunk later on.
I was like, why is he beating the shit out of this guy?
Yeah, it's like, what? And then that's where he loses his accent, right? And he's still doing voiceover, and he's like, but if someone harms my wife... we did that, yeah. And then him kicking the shit at some guy again, grabbing a sawed-off shotgun. Oh, yeah, he attacks some guy inside of a truck and parked truck or whatever. And he gets some sawed-off shotgun, and he's like walking around a yard, right?
Yep. And finishes his line, there'll be hell to pay.
There'll be hell to pay.
Arg.
Arg.
We had a Scottish listener.
Yep. But our pirate listenership is way up.
That's right.
Pirates love ITMT.
Hey, we're global, baby.
That's it. Arr, pirates are.
Yeah, make sure you download us so you can listen to us when you're out in the deep sea.
Yeah, get it download when you come into port and when you go back out. Arr. I love those. I love those two boys.
Open waters. There's no restrictions on how much ITMT I can listen to here.
So yeah, there's gonna be hell to pay, and then we ramp up the action time for the classic end of trailer action thriller. You get like your 2 seconds of like beating you over the face with some awesome stuff, right? So it's like him running and gunning, and some dude getting shot while he's shooting, and then a couple more gunshots, and then the music's like drumming really heavy, and then there's an explosion of a building, which is the science hall from the beginning of the trailer.
That's right.
The science building from the opening of the trailer. And then the music all calms down, and then we get the final title card. Last Seen Alive.
Dumb.
I thought you were into this. I thought you liked it. I know. So as of right now, this sits at 15% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was in the top 10 of Netflix for like a week or so last week, and then it completely disappeared. So.
And I wasn't not into it. It doesn't look like the worst movie we've ever seen, for sure.
I feel like we say that a lot, but yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll find out, I guess. Oh God. Like, I don't know. It's not like, the silence was like fine. Like, it was like a watchable movie. It wasn't good, but I'd turn it on and be like, oh, okay. I'm not a worse person for having seen that.
Yeah. I mean, this feels like a lot of movies we do. It feels like it's like kind of a guilty pleasure one where it's not totally bad, but
yeah, I
could vacuum, or clean the windows or do my taxes while watching a movie like this. Just have it on the background, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So, yeah. What do you have a prognostication yet, or do you want me to kick us off?
I'll let you kick it off, or should I kick it off? Because I usually go like a little more.
Yeah. You
in the realm of reality, I think.
Yeah. You do your thing. I'll do my thing.
So I mean, immediately, obviously, it's taken, but with the wife, I guess. But I'm hoping that at first I was like, oh, maybe she's pulling like a Gone Girl type of thing here, and you know what I mean? Because they have troubled waters, whatever, or maybe.
Yep.
But that doesn't make sense. It seems too random to like they pull in a gas station, whatever. So I think she's actually abducted. But why is she being actually abducted, right?
Yep.
And I think it might be like I don't know, maybe it's like a sex trafficking thing, human, right? And
sure. Yeah.
I think that the science building is definitely some science building.
You think it's a meth lab?
Yeah, I think they make illegal science stuff there.
Sure.
So
we could say a meth lab.
Yeah. Can we? Yeah, we could say that.
Yeah, we could say meth lab.
I think it's a meth lab. It's out there. It fits all the characteristics of one, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. And it's like, rural.
It's out there. I'm afraid what's going to end up happening is like he will find her and save her, and this will be the thing that fixes their marriage,
Oh, honey. Yeah,
I know, but
right.
what I want to have happen is that she is dead.
Or she leaves him anyway. Like she's like, thanks for saving me. We're still done.
Yeah, actually, that's better, right? Like, yes.
Yeah. FYI, this did not change anything.
Yeah, I don't want a happy ending for him, I think is what I'm getting at.
Fair. Yeah. Well, along those lines, I'll tell you what I think is going to happen.
Go for it.
I think it's going to be everything we just saw in the trailer is the first 15 minutes of the movie.
Ooh, okay.
And then after he's met all these guys, he decides that he can probably make more pure meth because he's a science teacher.
He's a Scottish science teacher. Yeah,
that's right. And so he gets an RV and drives out to the desert, makes a lot of meth. It's clear blue for some reason. They get into more shenanigans because he also has cancer, and they can't afford his cancer treatments because he's a science teacher,
right?
And so I think at the end, ultimately, I think he'll have that untimely demise that you're looking for, but it's going to be at the hands of cartel drug lords and not necessarily. I think he was going to.
I mean, that sounds like a pretty good movie. I'd watch that.
Yeah, someone should make that into a TV show.
I mean, that could go for at least 6 seasons, and have probably a satisfying ending too. After 5, 6, 7, whatever it was.
Award-winning. People would love that.
I think they would. That's pretty good. I like that.
So this is the setup. This is the setup for that payoff. I think. Right. He's going to become the drug lord himself. Despite initially being what are all these drug people? They're taking my life.
But then he's like, no, I can actually run this better because I can make better stuff than you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. I buy that. I'm into that.
That's what I think about.
Okay. A part of me is kind of, I shouldn't say this. Part of me is actually looking forward to watching this movie. Is that?
No, because I was saying the same thing earlier. Like, I think this will be fun. I think it'll be back to basics,
Yeah.
Crappy action movie that we like.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, and you think, okay, and the trailer is just the first 15 minutes of the movie. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. This is the inherent flaw of the pod, is that you and I are like gravitate towards these movies, which I think the listeners medium like, but I think the listeners prefer when we do rom-coms, when we do other things that are a little less actiony.
I mean, they could let us know, but
you're right. They could let us know. If only someone would send us an email.
If only there was a way for them to communicate with us directly.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Russ, you're in luck. There is.
Really?
It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. You can send us an email. Yeah,
Get out of here.
I know. We made one of
here.
those. How crazy is that?
Shut your face right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I think that's it. Are we done? I don't know.
Yeah. Speaking of Speaking of closing,
I love it. Thanks everyone for listening. I hope you enjoyed our breakdown of the never seen alive. No, was it last seen alive?
Never ending story.
It's going to go on for at least 6 seasons, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, you will be back next week with the full breakdown of this Gerry Butts movie. But in the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram, which, that's fun. We post stuff there.
Yeah, super active.
Very active lately. Yeah. Almost as if our social media team's trying to catch up, but
yeah, well, Garbanzo's really trying to prove himself here now.
Yeah. So you can find us there. It's This Meets That, or ITMT Pod on Twitter, which we need to get Garbanzo focused on that a bit, but I don't know, Twitter.
One at a time.
I mean, come on. Do we want to be on that still?
That's right. We have dated the pod already, so
yes, so does it matter now?
Current events wise, you
all know. But if you're listening to us wherever you are, if it's out in the high seas and you're listening via Spotify or wherever, you can subscribe or follow our page so you can get all of our voices, the two of us and others.
All two of us,
and all of our friends who help run this. Donna, Ryan, Smalls, all of them, the whole gang. Just Todd, and ITM Tron in your ears. There's so many of them. It really takes a team. It takes a full team. It
takes a village. Yeah.
It takes a village. That's what I was looking for. Small village to run this stuff. But follow it. Follow us wherever you listen.
Yeah, and while you're there, you can show us your appreciation for the village that makes ITMT possible for all of you, and leave us a review. A nice 5 stars would be good. Maybe a positive comment or two. Who knows? Whatever you're feeling, don't go crazy. Send us, give us a nice review. Or if you want to send us longer form feedback, we've already plugged it several times this episode. You can email us at itsthismeetsthat@gmail.com. Or if you forgot everything we just said, because we tend to ramble, especially at the end, you go to the website. If you made it this far, all that information's there. All the old episodes, anything you could ever want that's ITMT related, it's thismeetsthat.com.